Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. And before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari, y'all. I can't wait. 2 more weeks till Denim and Diamonds, y'all. I cannot wait to see how y'all showed up. Ow, we about to have so much fun. But okay, enough about that. Let's get straight into this story time, y'all. I was really just I was going through my Snapchat memories. Snapchat really is like that girl to plug, because going through my Snapchat memories will really remind me of so much stuff and so many times, and I was just like, I gotta tell this story. So anyway, this was around the time when I was dating Crazy, but I didn't want to date Crazy, but I was still dating him. So anyway, Brittany pulled up to my house. This is way past the time when it's not funny, I'm sorry, but this is way past that time when she had got jumped by her stepmama now. This is way past that time, like years later. So anyway, we at my house chilling. She had pulled up or whatever. We chilling in the house and we just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So around this time, around the time when the pretty hoe and the fine hoe was going viral and everybody wanted to be a 304. So y'all, Brittany was one of them people who wanted to be one, because I don't know what it was. I don't know if she thought, I really don't know. She wasn't gonna even post or do stuff like how they was doing. So I really don't know what she was gaining from this. She was just a follower, obviously. So she over there, she telling me like, girl, yes, I be out here making money. And I'm just laughing because I'm like, Brittany, you play all day. Like, if y'all knew Brittany, you would know. And it's funny because the people who do watch my videos and they know, they be like, girl. So anyway, she was just like, yeah, I be out here making money. I'm doing this. And yeah, I'm about to get in good with them. I'm about to get in good. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool or whatever. That's cool. I'm not really even paying her no mind. So we just talking and all this other stuff. So while we chilling, she ended up getting on the phone with her dude or whatever, and I'm just scrolling or whatever, and I'm telling her, mind you, whole time I'm telling her while she on the phone with him, it's basically him on the phone with us, because I'm over here telling her about Crazy. He listening. He like, put me on speaker so I can say this to her. And I'm like, yeah, because he be having me fucked up. Mind you, her dude didn't know that she was doing this little shit on the side. He didn't know nothing about none of that. So I'm telling her about Crazy and how I'm tired of dealing with him and all this other stuff, and he gets on my nerves, because she like, girl, I be seeing what you be posting on Instagram, y'all. Ooh, what a crazy time. When I tell y'all, I used to really just like diss this man on Instagram every chance I got. I would post a picture and be like, you bitch ass nigga, you blank blank, because I used to call him something that was like to his hood, but like dissing him. So anyway, like every chance I get, I'm putting him on, getting into it with him on the internet, putting him on blast, putting our business on blast. It was just so much. And I'm getting into it by myself because he was not commenting on my shit. Like, not like Enemy did, but his people would, his auntie would comment, his mom, yeah, it would be a whole mess. So anyway, so we talking about that and stuff like that, and I was telling her what he had did. It was like a situation that happened. I'm like, yeah, he did this or whatever like that. Mind you, it was a situation where, I don't think I told y'all that story yet, where we got into it because I was at his house chilling, just long story short, and I'm not even gonna say the whole little story, because if I tell y'all the story, somebody gonna be like, you already said it, and it's like, I just said a portion of it. So anyway, long story short, we got into an altercation, and he put his hands around like this, and yeah, some shit happened. So I was telling her about that and all this other stuff like that. So as we talking about him, lo and behold, the devil is listening or something, because this man starts texting me. So I'm like, girl, look, he texting me right now. So she like, what he saying? So he texted me and was like, who car is that in your driveway? Girl, I'm showing her like, look at what he just sent me. Like, he asked me who cars in the driveway. I'm like, he do this shit all the time, and it's so annoying, y'all. Like, one time, I didn't even know my homegirl was at my doorstep until he told me. He was like, who is that girl with the curly hair on your porch? She was trying to find my number to call me. I don't know why she just didn't ring the doorbell. But yeah, and I was like, who on the porch? And I went, and it was her. Like, literally, this man would pass by the house. I don't know, it's like, it's no way that you just driving by and you always drive by at the right times, because he done drove by when I was outside with a dude. You just drive by at the right times. It's just crazy to me, because it's like, what a coincidence. But yeah, so he basically has said that or whatever. So I'm like, this my cousin or whatever. I'm like, you tripping. Mind you, I live in my grandparents' house. My uncle live here too, and my grandparents live here. Like, this car could have been for anybody. So he like, yeah, who is that? Blah, blah, blah. He asked all these questions and shit like that. So then he called me. I answered the phone, because you calling me as if I'm with somebody I'm not gonna answer. So I'm like, hello? what's up? So he like, oh yeah, you must be with a digger, you fake, you so funny, like you're weird as fuck, da 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 da, like just laughing but like serious or whatever. So I'm like, I know you probably still in the area. I said pull up so you could feel stupid as fuck because it's my cousin and you met her before. I think I told y'all the story time about like on my birthday when on my birthday when basically everybody had a ninja over, but yeah, she was getting on my nerves. But anyway, so yeah, he was like, oh no, I did not meet her. I don't know who you talking about, all this other stuff. He just trying to get into me. So I might pull up so you can feel stupid. He like, oh, you want me to pull up? What, you gonna try to lie and tell the ninja, say that he your cousin? Oh, okay, we gonna see how you pull this one off. So you honestly think I'm about to come outside with a dude and be like, this is my girl cousin? Anyway, so he ended up pulling up and I'm like, girl, come outside with me. She's like, yeah, I'm finna come. Like, he's stupid as fuck. So she come outside, big smile on her face, and she just laughing. So I'm like, see, you met her. She was like, I met you like a year ago. So he was like, oh, see, I knew. I was just playing with her. I did not think it was no dude here. She's like, no, she told me about you. She told me about your ass. So I'm like, girl, be quiet. Because mind you, me venting to you is not me telling you to tell him like, boy. And she said that no. So anyway, she told me about you. She told me about you. So I'm like, girl, yeah, be quiet. So he laughing. So I'm like, oh, where you was going? Now we just kind of started a conversation when normally I probably would have wanted to cuss him out and call him a weirdo because why are you rolling past my house? At this point, I feel like, I don't know, he did it a lot when I wasn't answering his calls and shit like that. But yeah, but since she was right there, I didn't want to do all that. So then he just laughing and joking and stuff like that. So I don't know how she ended up getting off the phone with her dude because at this point she was like walking around and stuff and I'm just talking to him. And then when she got off the phone with him, she came back over there. I wish that man would have stayed on the phone because this bitch irritated my soul. Oh, my soul. I'm just kidding. I hate when people say that shit. But anyway, she irritated me because, y'all, tell me why. Y'all know, tell me why. She started talking to him and he like talking back about random normal stuff. I think she was talking about, he like, oh, you know, the sky is really blue all the time. Even at night, the sun just not, I don't know, they're talking about random shit. And she was like, yo ass need to stop doing all that shit you be doing to her. So I'm like, yeah, good looking out, Brittany, but I don't need that. So he like, what you talking about? What I be doing? She's crazy. She don't be telling you about her. She always love to try to put me on blast, but she's the crazy one. Like, you gotta really watch out for her. She's actually crazy because you drove me crazy, bitch. So if I did come off a little bit odd, it was because you drove me there. But yeah, I'm just laughing. I'm like, haha, be quiet, Brittany. Like, girl. So anyway, so you about to get something to eat. What food you ate today? So then she like, no. She told me about what you did to her when you fractured her throat. Y'all, I was pissed off because for one, that situation, I don't know, I probably didn't tell y'all that, did I? I don't know. That situation was something that was like very, very like that was before the whole, never mind. That situation really was just really like traumatizing to me because at that point, it was another point in my life where I felt like at the hands of a man that I'm dating that I might not be here no more. Like I said, that relationship with him and the relationship with Joe was the only relationships where I felt like, okay, I gotta find my way up out of here very safely because it was just weird. But anyway, so when she said that, it pissed me off because at this point, I'm still going through it. Like, I don't know, I would pray nobody ever have to experience that pain, but it was so bad to the point it was hurting for months. For me to talk, for me to eat, swallow, drink any liquids, it hurted for months. And at that point, it was still hurting, but it wasn't as bad. And it's like, it was a whole situation with that because I did go to the doctor for it and I had like pain meds. It was just a whole situation for it. But basically, like, they had wanted me to report him and I just knew it would have been pointless because later down the line when I tried to, the police didn't do shit. So anyway, and that's why I had to take matters into my own hands and make it, I was gonna say with a bounty. I did not do that. Look, but people was looking for him. But anyway, yeah, so it kind of pissed me off when she said that because it's like, why would you bring that shit up? So he like, no, why would you try? It was not like that. Did she tell you like a dude was calling her phone? And she was like, oh, a dude was calling your phone? First of all, the dude that was calling my phone was my sister baby daddy. And he just used to like to vent to me. And I'm like, you know who was calling my phone? Because even I called and I'm like, bro, I had to call. It was so embarrassing. And he like, oh, my bad, sis. Like, he always vent to me. It was like nothing. So anyway, so yeah, so she was just like, oh, a dude was calling your phone? You didn't tell me all that. I said, I don't give a fuck if a dude was calling my phone. I don't give a fuck if a girl was calling, whoever the fuck was calling my phone. That's still not a right to put your hands on somebody because somebody's calling me. If you don't want to deal with me, don't deal with me. But either way go, that's not okay. Like, you're trying to justify it. So he like, oh, did she tell you about that same day she kicked me in the face? So I'm like, She like, you kicked him in the face. Girl, whose side you on now? She like, you kicked him in the face. So I'm like, yeah, because for one, I was trying to get him off of me. He's like, I was off of you when you kicked me in the face. Yeah, because I was in so much pain. And it was after the fact. But you, what? Okay, and the fuck? It was a scary moment. And I'm in pain. And I want you to feel the pain that I feel now. So yeah, it may be after the fact. But oh well. So I'm just like, you're weird. So now I'm getting mad because it's irritating me that he's trying to justify it or make it seem like I'm the bad guy. That's what he would do a lot. Like, he would do something to me, and if I react and do something crazy, I'm the bad person. But it's like, you drove me here. I don't, on my day-to-day life, like with my man now, I don't just wake up and want to just fight him. Like, I'm not like that. So it's like, I'm defending myself, and you're trying to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. Like, that shit was pissing me off, and it was making me even more mad that she was over here really jumping in and like, oh, Symone, you didn't tell me all that. You didn't tell, bitch, did you tell your nigga that you be posting ass on Backpage? No. So anyway, it was just pissing me off because it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, I was irritated. I'm like, Brittany, you need to fucking go. Like, bitch, you're getting on my motherfucking nerves. Because we getting into it, like, not really too much. But I'm like, Brittany, you're doing too much. Like, why'd you bring this up? Why are you mad at me? He's the one who did it. Okay, but like, can you just let it go right now? Like, you're really irritating me. And I was like, and you irritated me too, because and he just got this stupid looking smile on his face. It pissed me off. And he just got this stupid smile. No, but yo, she be going crazy. And I'm like, after you do something to me, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry, but yeah, after you do something to me. So I'm irritated, and we kind of like, I'm mad. She's laughing because I tell you, she get a thrill out of this shit. He's laughing because he's fucking weird. And I'm the mad one. I'm irritated as fuck. And when I get mad, I kind of start yelling because now I'm just so frustrated. So I'm irritated. So this stupid bitch decided to say to him, not him, but her. She decides to say to him, I don't know why you over there smiling so hard, because you know she don't even fuck with you like that. So I'm like, oh, this bitch is taking it too far. I said, fuck with him. Like, I said, Brittany, shut the fuck up. She was like, no, like, not like that. Like, you don't even know what I'm about to say. So I'm like, Brittany, shut the fuck up. You getting on my nerves. So he like, oh, she don't fuck with me. She said that, but she be the one talking about, come pull up, spend the night. No, I don't. You literally would, you broke the screen on my window, and you would throw something inside. Like, he would throw his chain or something inside the window. Be like, well, at least just get my chain back. And I'd be like, here, get it back through the window. I just gotta come in. Like, it would always be something. So I'm like, boy, don't even So he like, yeah, she the one who be saying this, she the one who be saying that. So she was like, no, because if Joe was around, y'all, I know if I did tell y'all a story time about when she had gotten into it with Enemy. She said the same thing, because this bitch was the Lulu. I swear, she tells everybody, if Joe was around, I don't give two fucks about that man. She literally, especially at this point, I'm way over Joe. If Joe was around, Joe's her real true love. That's my brother. I love Joe. Why do you love him? We hung out a few times, yeah, whatever, but come on now. She like, I love Joe. That's my brother. He like, who the fuck is Joe? Joe? He like, so you didn't tell me about no Joe. I said, because I'm not about to sit here and tell you about my exes. So he like, who is Joe? Wait, Joe from, where he from? And she started like saying, he from such and such. So he like, oh, I heard about that nigga. I heard about him. You used to fuck with that nigga. No. So I'm irritated because now y'all bonding over my ex. So I'm like, what the hell? So he like, oh, okay. I'm gonna have to talk to him. I'm like, ain't nobody fucking wild about no motherfucking Joe, bitch. And I'm so pissed off because it's like, I literally told you, this man is crazy as fuck. And you literally about to go here and you brung up that what I said that he did to me, even though I told the internet anyway. But you bring that up, and then you talking about the next dude, and you know this man is so insecure. Whenever it comes to other men, like insecure as fuck. Like, he one time had threatened somebody, because I told y'all he put up on me one time when I was in the car with somebody. That's a whole other story time. But he gonna threaten, like text me, threaten. I told the dude like, hey, we should pull off. Mind you, you wasn't gonna do shit no way. And two, I told him, yeah, if you did, he wasn't gonna try to do nothing like that, because that's one thing about him. Like, he, you know, dudes that's really not like that, they gonna want to harm a female, like hurt a female as much as they can, but they ain't gonna do shit to these niggas in the streets. But I told him, like, most definitely I would snitch on you, most definitely. off tops. Because why do you think I wouldn't? Don't do it for the love. Bitch, get up. Oh, no, I don't care. So anyway, yeah, so he bringing up Joe. He like, I'm about to talk to him, something like that, or whatever. And I'm just thinking he just talking until it was one time, some time later, where he was telling me, y'all really talked to your ex? Joe, mind you, Joe's in jail at this time. He like, I talked to that nigga Joe, and da-da-da-da-da. Because he in the county, everybody know each other. It's not hard to find somebody. But he really had, I thought he was lying until he started saying shit, and these niggas was really bonding over talking shit about me. I knew he wasn't lying when he said certain shit. I'm like, damn, y'all weird. But anyway, so yeah, they laughing. I'm like, ain't nobody worried about no fucking Joe. I'm loud, I'm yelling at her, all this other shit like that. She just laughed, she getting throw. I'm like, bitch, leave. I'm like, you leave too, I'm finna go in the house. He like, no, don't leave now. Tell me more about that Joe. And I was like, pull the fuck off, bitch. Pull off. I'm talking to him though, not her. I'm like, pull off, leave from by my fucking house. Leave from by my house. He like, oh, you so mad about that nigga. That really must be your love. All this other stuff like that. So I'm pissed off, like I'm going off. He laughing, he think it's funny. She dying laughing. Like I said, she loves drama. But it's like, if you supposed to be somebody who really fuck with me for real, and it's sad that it took me so long to see that, but if you're supposed to be somebody that fuck with me for real, why are you getting a thrill out of telling somebody who wants to hurt me physically that this shit, like why are you trying to start, like back then it irritated me, but I was still on my too nice shit and forgave. But now when I don't, whoo, I've been a whole different me, and people be mad. But anyway, so that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I'm mad as hell. I'm cussing him out. Somebody ended up calling his phone because he was getting a thrill out of it. She saying other little shit. I'm like, Brittany, leave, bitch. You're weird as fuck. Da da da. How am I weird? I'm just telling the truth. You need to just start being honest with these niggas. They're just placeholders until Joe come back. She just believed it in her heart. For odd ass reason, I don't know. I didn't even vent to this girl about this man. Didn't even bring him up. Don't know where he came from because we was not just even talking about him. So somebody called his phone and he was like, oh, I'm about to pull off. He has to leave or whatever. So he like, I can't get no hug. I'm like, nah, I'm good. He ended up leaving. And she trying to walk back in the house with me. I'm like, bitch, go the fuck home. I'll bring your shit outside because you could leave too, because you're weird. Like, you're very much weird as fuck. And she laughing. I was just kidding. I'm like, no, but you could go. I thought I was spending the night. No, that's not happening. You could leave. You could go. So she got her stuff and she left. So now I'm at home chilling, right? Let's fast forward to like a few days later. It didn't take me no time to be that forgiving back then. Oh my God. So it just depends. Certain people I was more forgiving. Certain people it was like, yeah, cut the fuck off. I don't care. But yeah, with her it was a little different because I said it was like we was like family. But what I was gonna say, so yeah, so like some days later, I don't know how many days later, but it wasn't that many. So some days later, she ended up hitting me up and she had asked me what I was doing. And mind you, we probably was already talking before this, but yeah, she was asking me what I was doing and saying stuff like that. And I was like, nothing, I'm really trying to go out tonight, but I was like, I really don't have nobody to go with. So she like, ooh, I'll go with you. She was like, but you got to just do some running around with me first. Like, but I'll go with you. So I'm like, ooh, okay, cool. I was so thirsty to go to the 60s today. I ain't even gonna lie. At this point, I probably knew like 1 or 2 people from there, but I just wanted to go. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you deal with like hood culture in LA, you want to go to a hood day. Like, come on now. Why not? It'd be fun. So I'm like, I just really wanted to go so bad. And I had got the location because somebody had gave it to me. So I was like, yeah, I want to go. So she was like, okay, just do a little bit of running around with me and we could go. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get dressed now because, you know, all right, cool. So I ended up getting dressed or whatever, and she came and picked me up. So she was like, girl, she had her homegirl in the car, and her homegirl that was in the car was, remember when I told y'all that story time when we all walked to her house and thought we was finna spend the night, boys and girls, and her daddy was like, fuck no. And remember when I was like, when we heard somebody shooting and old girl was still walking with Joe? Yeah, that was the friend. Mind you, it was no beef because one thing about it, when my man blatantly disrespected me, like, for females, I didn't, like, for other girls, I didn't get mad at the girls because it's like they didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, in that case, it's like, bitch, why is you walking with my nigga? But it never, like, I've been around her multiple times and it never gay that at all. But like, he was weird because clearly you was trying to talk to her on some the low shot shit and she was not going for that. Like, I don't know, but like, unless you disrespect me, then that's when it was gonna take it there. But like, it was never given that. He was a weird ass nigga. So anyway, she in the car and I'm like, hey girl, I ain't seen her in a cool little minute. But like I said, after that situation, we did hang out a lot of times. I ain't seen her in a minute though. So I'm like, hey, she like, hey girl, how you been? Oh my God, get out the car, give me a hug. So I give her a hug or whatever. I hop in the back seat. So she's like, girl, you about to be doing some running with me, bitch. I told you, this is what Brittany saying. I told you I be really getting to the bag. I be getting to the bag. I said, bitch, you about to catch a date? And she was like, a few of them. So I told her homegirl, she don't need no name. I'm like, girl, you be doing it too? And she was like, hell nah, I just be with her or whatever. I be having to go with her. Like, I'm like her manager. She was like, she's kind of like my manager. Like, she be kind of like helping me out. And she's somebody how do you help her out? She was like I post the ads for her, or like I respond to them, like, you know, while she's driving and like all this other stuff like that. She was like, but I just be there. I'm like, for moral support. She like, yes. I'm like, y'all crazy. So she like, yeah, I'm about to just bust a few dates. You don't mind like if I catch a few dates or whatever. So I'm like, girl, I do not care what you do. I'm not going in. She was like, you don't have to go. You can stay in the car. So I'm like, before you take me to go get something to eat, right? So we had went to Tacos El Gavon. I'm probably not even saying that right, but we went there. That was my favorite. Everybody and their mama putting them on. We gotta go to taco truck. So anyway, we go to the taco truck right there on Slauson and Broadway. And I get my tacos. I post a picture of the truck because that's what I always do. And I had posted on Snapchat too. So when I had posted, Shai had hit me up and was like, oh my God, I want to see you today. Like, what you doing? So I was like, girl, nothing. I'm just rolling around with my homegirl. Mind you, at this point, Shai and me, we was friends, but Shai was in a relationship with her baby daddy at this point. And just so happened, Shai was a 304 too for her baby daddy. So I'm like, I'm just rolling around with my cousin or whatever and her homegirl. I'm like, they just catching dates and shit. So she like, what? She like, girl, what? I know you're not doing no shit like that. So I'm like, no, I just said they are. So she was like, oh, okay. She was like, well, what you doing later? I'm like, I'm really trying to go to the 60s Hood Day, so that's really my reason of being in this car anyway, because I didn't know what side of town what she had been on, and that shit was kind of far. So that's why another reason why I agreed, because I'm like, dang, these my only people to go with. I might as well hop in the car now. So she like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I really want to go too. Like, I'm gonna try to sneak away from my baby daddy. He been sipping lean all day. He gonna pass out in a little bit. But she said she had to go get some money too. So she was like, yeah, I gotta go get some money. She was like, so I'm gonna try to give me a lot, because if I bring back a lot, he ain't gonna trip, especially if I tell him I'm leaving with you. She's like, because he know you a square, and he don't be tripping because he know you ain't gonna try to make, like, I guess have a pimp and make her choose up or something. I don't fucking know. So he's like, yeah, I swear, he did not mind anybody else. He would trip like hard, but he didn't mind her hanging out with me because I was a square. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, just let me know. We just gonna be rolling around. She's like, all right, cool. So anyway, I'm telling her like, oh, my homegirl Shai wanna come, like, if that's cool or whatever. So she like, yeah, it's cool. I don't really care. She was like, cause mind you, Brittany, like, she don't know nobody from over there anyway. So from that hood. So she was like, yeah, the more the better. And Shai knew a lot of people. So originally I wanted to ask her, but like I said, I knew she was up under her baby daddy and she was working a lot. And yeah, we wasn't hanging out a lot because like I said, he would be on it. Like, he be making her put in a lot of hours. And yeah, so I didn't even think to ask her, but she knew damn near the whole hood. So I'm like, ooh, perfect. Like, that's cool to even go with her. And at this point, like I said, I'm having beef. Oh, I didn't say that, but I'm having beef with, what the fuck I named him? Crazy's baby mama. And I knew it was just, she was gonna be there. Yeah. And I didn't tell none of them this. Mind you, Shai knew. But I didn't tell Brittany. Because I just was like, shit, he lived a little. If something happened, something happened. But so then we end up pulling up to this street. We over there around the corner from Lupita's or whatever. And we put up on this street. So we sitting there and she's like, yeah, I'm about to just post the ad. So while we in the car talking, it kind of irritated me because one thing about Brittany, bitch, you talk too fucking much. But the nerve of me to say somebody talk too much when I sit here on YouTube and post videos of me talking. But anyway, so she talked too much because we talking and she was just like, yeah, do you know Symone's nigga? So I was like, Brittany, you're weird. You're weird. And she was like, no, Symone, I'm not even trying to be like that or whatever like that. I'm just saying. And her homegirl was like, no, mind you, she lived out here kind of, but not really. So she like, nah, I don't really know too many like dudes out this way, like LA anyway. So she was just like, oh, okay, yeah. She was like, I was just gonna say Symone fumbled a bag. I was like, how did I fumble a bag? And I'm like, bitch, do not bring up this Joe shit again. Mind you, I'm eating my tacos, but I'm mid-bite, you pissing me off. Let me enjoy this. I'm like, she like, I'm not about to bring up Joe. I'm not about to bring him up. She was like, did you see how mad he got? She like, girl, honestly, I was trying to help you out when I did that. She was like, because I knew he was gonna get mad and probably stop fucking with you. If I told you that this man didn't get mad and stop dealing with me when my sister's baby daddy called me, when my bro called me to vent about his life, and he did some crazy stuff. When I told you, when I'm venting to you about all this other shit, because I was an open book back then because I was so depressed, and I just felt like a lot of people couldn't tell I was depressed because I wasn't like sitting around crying. Sometimes I would have my days, but I wouldn't tell people that part. I would just kind of vent about the shit, but nobody really knew. Like, it was one of them situations where it's like, damn, I didn't know you was dying inside because you putting out a big smile. So it's like anybody I could talk to, I would just want to talk to. And yeah, it really kind of depends though. Some people That situation was like bad. But anyway, so she's like, I thought he was gonna like not want to deal with you no more if I bring that up. And she's like, and honestly, I do feel like Joe's your love. Like, I really don't care what you say. And I'm just like, bitch, you date the nigga. Like, you're weird. So she's like, no. So I'm like, but who do I fumble a bag with? Like, back to that. So she's like, oh, she fumbled a bag. Ooh, I was finna say this man actual name. So remember the story time? I'm referencing so many story times. So remember the story time about the rapper that I had dated? So she had, well, dated. But remember the story time about the rapper? So she had mentioned that. And she's like, you fumbled with him. So a girl turned around, she's like, wait, you used to talk to such and such? So I'm like, yeah, something like that. Like, so she like, she fumbled because she had stopped dealing with him so she could get in a relationship with Crazy, because Crazy was not acting like that at first. And he said he wanted to be with me, and I was like, dang, I don't want to be like messing with you and messing with this person. Like, when I'm talking to somebody, I like to be focused on that one person or whatever. And plus with the rapper, that shit was not gonna go nowhere. And that man got like 1 million kids, and he was sleeping with half of LA. So I was just one of many. When I realized, I started finding out, like, after I stopped talking to him, it was like, I'm seeing, like, and I was at the house, so of course I knew. And you know what's crazy? How small this world is. This girl was watching my video, and she watched that video of it, and she DM'd me, and she was like, hey girl, are you in the rapper story time? She's like, was you talking about such and such? A lot of people always hit me up and guess. She was like, but only how I know who you was talking about, because remember when I told you I went to his house and there was a girl there? She was like, I was the girl that was there. And she had to been, because ain't no way she would have known. I was like, girl, that's crazy. Like, wow. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, so I'm like, girl, how's that fumbling? I'm like, that nigga do his own thing. Like, he got a lot, he got too much going on and shit like that. And she was just like, girl, I'm just saying, like, you could have been one of the baby mamas, one of this. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, that nigga ignore the fuck out his kids. He pick and choose which ones he want to deal with. I am okay. Still to this day. So yeah, she talking about that. So the girl was like, oh my God, that's crazy. She was like, well, do you know of any of his friends? She was like, do you know any of his friends? Because if you do, like, maybe we could like plug her to get some money. I said, no, I don't know any of his friends, and I wouldn't hit him up and say, hey, do any of your friends want to buy some coochie for my homegirl? Like, girl, what is this conversation going for? Like, let's be for real. I'm not about to refer you. What the fuck? So she laughing. She like, see, that's what I be saying. Like, you be trying to hold back. Everybody be putting you on the shit. You don't want to put nobody on nothing. I don't talk to this man anymore. Like, at this point, it was probably like a year this shit happened. I don't talk to him anymore. I still have his number, but like, I don't hit him. I didn't hit him, or I don't have it now. But like, yeah, like, what did you even talk about? And I'm about to hit him up to say, hey, no, it's been a while, we ain't talked. But I wanted to know if you knew somebody who wanted to buy something. And I promise you, he will not be disappointed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm just like, girl, where is this person at that you supposed to be meeting up with? Because we just sitting here. And like, I'm like, she know how to get on my fucking nerves. Like, I was just so happy, like, counting down the time. Like, please, Shai, make enough money so you could get out that house. Because, girl, I am ready to be around somebody else, because this bitch is getting on my nerves, even though she was gonna be the driver. But yeah, so anyway, so finally the person hit. She's like, okay, we finna go. They respond back or whatever. So we pull up to their house. I sat in the car. They both get out the car. I'm like, you getting out the car too? Like, what do you mean you getting out the car? So she like, remember I told you, like, I be helping her out. So I'm like, helping her out? Like, how do you help somebody out? Like, I'm confused. Like, you said you post the ad and whatever. She was like, I just be going and shit, like, to make sure nothing happened. Like, I want to make sure nothing happened. So, you know, I got my shit in my bag. Make sure nobody do nothing to her. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like, that makes so much sense. So she was like, yeah, so I just make sure she good. She was like, Symone, like, if we, probably you should get in a driver's seat, because if we need you to drive off. So I'm like, why would y'all run out and drive off? Like, I'm confused. I'm like, y'all about to go in there and just take the money and run? She's like, no. Like, she was like, bitch, I don't play those games. Like, ain't nobody about to have no bad review on me. Like, I don't play those games. Like, I really get it, my money, and get to it. So I'm like, okay, well, why would I need to drive off? I'm asking too many questions. She's like, what you want? Symone, just think we gonna leave the car running. I'm like, okay, cool, just go. So I'm chilling. I'm hitting up Shai like, did you make enough money yet? She like, girl, I'm almost. I just went, like, I guess she had made some. And she like, she bought him some bars. And she was like, yeah, he finna be out. He been sipping all day, and now he got bars. Like, he about to be out. She like, I already told him if I could come hang out with you. I didn't tell him where we was going, but he was like, yeah, like, you cool, he on mine. So I was like, she was like, only thing is, because she told me where they was at a room. She was like, only thing is you might have to come in, like, so he could see, like, it's really you. So I'm like, no problem. Her baby daddy never used to try to give, like, no weird shit with me or whatever. So it really didn't matter. So anyway, they in there for like a cool minute. I'm like, damn, how long do it take to suck some? But they in there for a cool minute. So finally they end up coming out, and I'm like, whew, thankfully, because it was really pissing me the fuck off. So they come out or whatever. Oh, and mind you, Crazy had called me and asked me what I was doing, and I told him I was with her. Mind you, when they was having a conversation out there, I forgot to mention, when they was having a conversation outside, she told him she was a 304 for odd ass reason. I don't know, why are you telling him this? But anyway, so yeah, they was having a conversation, whatever. So when he called me and I told him who I was with, he was like, oh, you're a fucking, oh, you doing this, that, and the third. Bitch, you fuck prostitutes. That's what I said. Because I had ended up finding out. Crazy, you a little bit too young to be paying for some coach. You a little bit too young. But listen, y'all had ended up finding out that shit. That's another reason. When I tell you, when me and him, when it was like done, he should have known. He would come to my house and I wouldn't do anything besides hop in the bed with him, because I know he sipped lean, so he was gonna fall asleep anyway. He was gonna end up falling asleep, so it was like, yeah, now the next morning he gotta get up and go. So it'd be like, yep, I'm not about to do shit with you, until it came to a point where I told him like, nigga, you're dirty as fuck, like I don't trust you, and until you could come back to me with some paperwork showing that you went and no, it was none of that. So anyway, like I was saying, because yeah, it just was getting wild, like you doing some work. Oh, I never told y'all when he popped up at my mama house with a 304, him and his homeboy, and they was trying to give Mario and Cheryl, my little sister, some cats. Y'all, okay, that's a whole nother story. Let me stop. I'm sorry, I just remembered that. So anyway, they finally came back outside, and oh, girl was like, damn, that shit didn't go how we expected. So I'm like, what happened, whatever? Like, he took too long to come, because like y'all took too long to come back outside. So she like, girl, no, it was just a whole bunch of little shit going on, but I'm not really worried about it. Mind you, it's getting later, and she was like, okay, yeah. She was like, I'm trying to think, is your homegirl ready? Just so happened Shai was ready. I'm like, yes, we could go pick her up. She was like, I'm trying to think if we should go to the hood date or if I should go try to get another date. And she's like, I'm trying to post right now for you. She's like, yeah, just post, like, see what you could get me. So I'm like, it don't seem like you making enough money, girl. She was getting so mad. I was like, I'm just saying, it just seemed like a little struggle to me. She like, girl, shut the fuck up, like all this other stuff. So we ended up picking up Shai, went in the room. Hi, baby daddy, whatever. He was damn near out on the bed anyway. So Shai come or whatever, and they talking. So she was like, is she cool? So she was like, what you mean? Mind you, Shai got mad because maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. Because I was like, oh, my homegirl, my homegirl 304 too. But Shai kind of got mad because, oh, girl, Brittany was like, oh, so you a 304, bitch? I be doing it too. I know, like, she said, hoeing or some shit like that. I don't know. But she was like, Shai looked at me like, Symone, like, why the fuck did you tell her? And I'm like, it's cool, girl. And she's like, it's not cool. And I'm like, my bad. The phone, I'm over here lying. I'm like, the phone was on speaker. And I'm like, I think you didn't mind. Like, I didn't know you cared. Like, you literally stand on a blade. Anybody could see you out there, girl. So anyway, so yeah. She ended up being cool, so she like, let's just go by the hood day or whatever. So I'm happy. I'm like, yes, because we watching people snaps. They already there and all that shit. So we end up pulling up to the hood day. It's looking nice. I'm nervous as fuck. She was like, we don't have to like pay or nothing like that. Like, we good, because Shai, like I said, know every fucking body, and her brother was there anyway. So I'm like, all right, we finna go. Brittany was like, she didn't want to go in. So I'm like, why? She's like, I'm not dressed. Mind you, Brittany was busting dates in some sweatpants. I don't know why. Mind you, 6 times 10, it is June. Why are you, it's hot outside. Why are you dressed like this? So anyway, we like, you sure? She like, yeah, go. I'm just trying to focus on this. So her homegirl was like, bitch, I'm trying to go up in there, because she see people from the parking lot. She's like, I'm trying to go up in there. So I'm like, all right, we be back. Just let us know if you need us or anything, or if you want to come. And she's like, all right, yeah, just go. So we end up going up in there. It's packed. We up in there. Right when we go up in there, we start dancing. Somebody grabbed oh girl and dancing. She dancing with him, fucking up. We just dancing, having a time. We having so much fun just quick. We end up seeing Shai brother. He got us some drinks. We turned up in there. It's lit. I'm like, oh, it was one boy from there. I don't even remember whatever happened to him or his name, but I used to like, that's really who I wanted to see. I was hoping like, oh, I hope I bump into him. This man did not know me. I ain't know him. I used to just see him on IG. People used to tag him a lot. And I was like, oh, I hope I bump into him, because he looked good. Y'all end up seeing him. He Buddha. They matching hood shit. Him and his girl. I say, yep, okay, never mind. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. But anyway, so we having fun. We up in there dancing, all this other stuff like that. So I ended up seeing, when I'm dancing or whatever, like we dancing with each other. Like, we just having fun. When I ended up looking up, I see somebody staring at me from across the room. Staring at me. So I, you know, you could feel eyes. So I look, I'm like, mind you, we've been in there drinking. And it's funny because Brittany was texting us like, are y'all ready? When are y'all gonna be ready? Mind you, we had been in there for like an hour at this point. Bitch, I don't know, why did you think we was gonna be ready in an hour? You should never agree to come if you knew you was gonna sit in the car. For one, you should have changed out them sweatpants. That's for one. So we ignoring the fuck out of Brittany because we knew she was not gonna leave with her, without her homegirl. That's for sure. And even if she did leave, Shai knew people in here. We could literally leave with somebody, and her brother's here. So she wasn't gonna leave without her friend though. She was not gonna leave without her because her friend was supposed to give her gas money, like let her borrow some money, so she couldn't go nowhere if she wanted to. So we ignoring the fuck out of her. And I know it's probably messed up, but oh well, she knew what she signed up for. She should never even agree to come to a party because we're not staying for an hour. So we in there, like I said, we've been drinking and stuff. I look up, I see somebody looking at me. Tell me why it is Crazy's baby mama. So I'm like, this bitch is weird. Like, what is it giving? Like, why are you staring at me? So when I looked and noticed she was staring at me, that's when she started dancing, throwing up signs and doing all the most. So I'm like, she is so weird. So at this point, I was like, Shai, I think I'm whispering, but the music loud anyway, so it's like nobody can hear me. And I pulled the other girl over there. I'm like, y'all, why that's Crazy's baby mama right there? She's just looking at me. They like, where? Right there. And I realized I pointed, but she wasn't paying me no mind anyway. So they like, that's crazy. So I'm like, yeah. So Shai's like, come into the bathroom. But we gonna walk past Crazy baby mom. So I'm thinking like, what's Shai on? So we end up walking over there. She didn't do nothing. I'm thinking like she was finna say something to her or something. Cause I'm like, why you wanna go by the bathroom where she over there? But I wasn't tripping. We end up going to the bathroom. We up in there. Mind you, why when we go in the bathroom, his baby mama follow us in the bathroom. So I'm like, what is she on? Like, what you on for real? She ended up following us in the bathroom. I'm in the mirror. Shai going to use the bathroom. Me and the girl in the mirror. She got her arm around me. She was like, yeah. And I'm just like, girl, you know, like, chill out. It's not, unless she give energy, that's when it's going to be energy. I'm not even really tripping for real. So, yeah, she in the mirror. She ain't talking to me. I'm not talking to her. But she's standing in the mirror next to me, like, fixing her hair. I'm in the mirror fixing mine. Like, girl, you are so weird. Shai ended up coming out. Shai, like, twerking on me. Like, bitch, yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, with bad bitches. Real cute bitches. Like, she doing the fucking most. And I'm just laughing. We all drunk, just dancing and stuff. She's still just in the mirror, right? So finally, we about to leave out the bathroom. And why when we leaving out the bathroom, they leaving out the bathroom. So I'm like, she is so weird. Like, what is your reason? Like, I don't know if you feel like you making me, like you intimidating me or something like that. So she walking out the bathroom too. So y'all, tell me why I so happen to stop, because I see everything. So when we walking, like, they party is like literally right behind us. I stopped. And I bent down because y'all, it was 100 on the floor, literally $100 bill. So I picked it up. I was like, oh shit. But when I stopped, I don't know what she thought I was finna get down and bite her ankles. Girl, literally, I'm not stopping for you. It's not like I stopped and turned around and started nibbling at their fucking ankles. Like, I literally stopped and bent down. Because when I stopped, it seemed like they got like in defense mode. But I bent down when I stopped. And I was like, girl, look, I just found me some money. And she was like, oh, bitch, like, we about to do that. Girl, we about to nothing. It's me. So anyway, we go back out. We start dancing again. And we dancing again, and at this point Shai brother bring us some shots, and y'all, oh girl is like booed up with Shai brother at this point. He got us some shots. We up in there drinking. Y'all, tell me why, next thing you know, somebody grabbed my shoulder. Y'all, we dancing. We probably like 10 minutes out the bathroom. Somebody grabbed my shoulder. I'm turning around kind of like, hold on, who I gotta fight? I'm thinking it's her. I'm thinking it's the baby mama. Tell me why it's Brittany. Brittany was like, y'all bitches is really getting on my fucking nerves. I've been texting y'all and y'all ain't came outside. She's mad. She's so fucking mad. So we dying laughing. I'm like, oh my God. So she was like, yeah. And she like, and you talking about her homegirl, and you could have been came outside. No better. Da, 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 da. I got a date. This is a big fucking, this is money online. Da, da, da. She just talking shit. So we laughing. We like, okay, mom. Okay, mom. And we just laughing. And it was funny because it was this, anyway, so we just laughing. We're like, okay, mom, and we laughing. We're like, all right, we gonna go. So I was all like, dang, I really don't want to leave, but I'm like, it's cool, like, I'm not tripping. She's like, I'll bring y'all back. I just want to go make this money real quick. We could come back. She's like, I do not care. I just want to make this money. I don't want to go by myself. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, Shai, because mind you, Shai knew girls there too, and her brother was there. So I'm like, Shai, if you want to stay, like, it's fine. She's like, no, I'm with you tonight. Like, it's cool. We could go. She's like, we could always come back. Like, I'm not tripping. And she's like, they're gonna do some shit after. I just hit my brother. So I was like, are you sure? Because I was really telling her she could stay, but I'm like, even though Brittany did get me right and I really didn't need her right no more, I'm like, you did bring me here. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you. So I'm like, you know, it's cool. So Shai was like, all right, let's go. So we leaving out over. They like, oh, y'all leaving? People asking when we walk up. They like, no, why? Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Well, I'm just like, oh my God. You know, like, you just be so excited when you see men and you single. I'm just kidding. So anyway, I'm just like, dang. So I ended up seeing this boy. All I heard was somebody was like, Mom, is that you? And I knew when I heard that voice, y'all. It was this boy. We used to call, I don't know, I used to call him my son. He used to call me his mom. So he like, Mom, I'm like, son, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, what your ass doing at this hood shit? He said, no, what your ass doing? Why somebody, they must have been rolling off a bean, because their ass was like, that's your mama? Oh, huh, she don't look like your fucking mama, bro. She look young as fuck. That's not really my fucking kid. Nigga older than me. So I'm hugging. I'm like, oh my God, take my number down. So Brittany like, come on, Symone, let's go. I said, shit, your grandma here too. Mind you, he don't even know her. Like, your grandma here too. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna see you. Hit me if you come back. I'm like, I'm gonna hit you. We get in the car. Brittany out that parking lot, she is speeding down the street like the Ring camera told her man is in the house, fucking neighbor. She is speeding. Like, I'm like, Brittany, slow down. Mind you, we faded, so we extra as fuck. No, we wasn't. She was speeding. She hit a quarter. We ain't got our seatbelt on, so we slide. We slide into each other in the backseat. I'm like, put your seatbelt on. This bitch is crazy. Mind you, she haven't been drinking or nothing like that, but she just trying to really get to it. She's like, I'm trying to get to the day. She's like, here. She gave her home the phone. Respond to him. Tell him I'm on the way now. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So she finally get there. I'm like, never. She like, well, I said, never. You a trifling bitch. When we get to the apartments, she said, bitch, I don't got time for this. She like, what he say? And he was like, give him a minute. He gonna come down and come get us. So she was like, what are you talking about? I said, this is where Joe lived. Why it just so happened to be the apartments Joe lived in, like he grew up in. So I said, bitch, let me find out your ass obsessed with Joe and he finna pay for some G. She was like, girl, shut the fuck up. It is not Joe. I'm like, how you know who it is? How you know who it is for real? She was like, I don't know, but it ain't him. So I'm like, all right. So then she was like, yeah, we gonna go in. The girl was like, she's slurring talking. She's so drunk. She like, I'ma help you. He can't do nothing to you, I promise. And if he try, I'ma pull it out the purse like this. And I'm just laughing. So Shai like, bitch, we gotta go in there and help her. She can't do this by herself. She's like, I can't do it alone. And I'm like, we gonna come. So she's like, oh, y'all all about to come up in here? And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Like, we cool. Like, he ain't tripping. Mind you, how we know this man ain't tripping? So she like, man, he probably is gonna trip. She's like, man, if y'all go in there, just shut the fuck up, be quiet, like be fucking quiet, don't do too much, don't fuck up my money. So we like, all right, like we gonna be quiet. So I'm like, Shai, you could be quiet. She like, I'm gonna be quiet. So we over there laughing. She like, shut the fuck up. She's so mad. I'm just thinking like, ugh, whatever. So we ended up getting out the car because he was like, all right, I don't know why he said he was gonna come get us. Y'all, this man literally walked past. We not even knowing this is him because mind you, she put an ad on Backpage. He walked past, he threw the trash away. We didn't even notice that was him and he went back. She told him what car he was in, but we noticed somebody looking at us. But of course, you in a building, they gonna look and was parked by the trash cans. So he ended up hitting her back and was like, okay, come to door number such and such. Okay, so we walking and that's when I had noticed, I'm like, that dude went to this door, like he's so weird, like why did he do all of that? But I guess to make sure, I don't know. So anyway, we come to the door. When he opened the door, he was like, who are all these people? So she was like, oh, this is my homegirl, whatever. They just wanted to sit in, like it's cool, like I'm training them. How you training us? That's the craziest shit to say, like, oh, I'm training them to be 304. So she's like, I'm training him. He was like, all right. He was like, I might have to pay extra for a threesome. So I was like, what? Like, he was like, all right. But he walked away and said this, so we're walking in the house. So then Brittany was like, shut the fuck up. Because I'm like, okay. So we walk in the house and we sit down. So her and her homegirl went to the room. So I'm sitting there and I started whispering to Shai. I said, I know that bitch be fucking too. Talking about the homegirl because why is you going in the room? You gonna watch to make sure he don't do nothing crazy? So I don't know. But yeah, so they went in the room. So we sit on the couch and we like laughing to each other. And we probably was kind of being loud, but I don't know. But once we start hearing like a little, they wasn't even in a room for that, for not even a minute when we start hearing like loud talking. So we like, I'm like, shh, let me listen. So we listening. And we kind of got up and ran by the door, even though we could very much hear from where we was at. And we listening by the room door. And he like, what the fuck? Nah, you trying to fucking play me? Hell no. What the fuck? Hell no. You trying to fucking play me? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So she like, no, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it is me. Like, I'm here. I'm the one doing it. Da-da-da-da-da. He like, no, that's weird as fuck. So the girl like, it's me. Like, you see, it's me. And I'm thinking like, what's going on? She like, it is me. Like, it is me from the pictures. Mind you, when I hear it is me from the pictures, it's not Brittany talking, it's her homegirl. So I'm like, I'm so confusion. So she like, it is me from the pictures, it is me from the pictures. And he was like, yeah, it is you, but you're telling me that she's about to be doing the and not you when I paid for you. Well, I'm paying for you because yeah, he ain't get yeah, he gonna give her the money now. She was like, I'm paying for you. So she was like, this is how it works. This is how we're doing it. This is how we're doing it. I got banned, so I can't post my pictures on there. He was like, man, that don't make no fucking sense. Like, he like, nah, I do this shit. Like, mind you, the dude that they was talking to, this boy looked young as fuck. Why? So he was like, yeah, I pay for you. I hear Brittany like, you trying to get your glizzy sucked or what? When I tell you, man, fucking Shai started dying laughing. I'm like, bro, we tried so hard not to laugh, and we heard him walk to the door. We ran back to that couch. Y'all, why we ran back to the couch, but we so drunk and he had all the lights off. I fell in the living room. So they come out the room. And I, no, y'all get the fuck out of my house. Y'all all get out of my house. I don't know what this is. And he like, why are you on the floor? And I get up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, give me the bag. Give me the bag, talking to old girl, because you ain't pulling it out enough. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, no, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. What the fuck? Her pictures is on the ad, but then she come in here. I'm not fucking her. And I was just like, my thing is, Brittany, you didn't have to come in a sweatsuit, but it wasn't even that deep. But I guess he wanted what he was gonna pay for. So she was like, if you want your, I'm real, I got Gucci and all this stuff. And she like, yeah, do you want some or not? Like, do you want your glizzy sucked or not, nigga? Because you're wasting my fucking time. And arguing with him. And I'm like, y'all could handle this different. She's gonna be the one fucking you. I'm just like, but I don't know. So Shai like, shut up. Shai gonna say to her like, girl, you gotta post your own ads with your own picture. So she like, ain't nobody talking to you. And she was like, yeah. So he going back and forth. So he like, fuck, all right, come on, you gonna be in the room? And she's like, I'm gonna be in the room the whole time watching. Like, I'm gonna be in the room. I'm gonna be in the room. So he like, all right, come on, yeah, I want my, mind you, I don't know, I guess this conversation was making that man just a little bit too like turned on. So he's like, come on. So they end up going in the room. We sitting there and we look at each other. When they close the door, we look at each other like, what the fuck? Because really, what was that about? So they, I guess, did what they did. They was in there for a cool minute, but at points you could hear them like talking shit to each other. I'm like, this is very weird. Like, I don't know, it wasn't like talking shit like that, but you could just see him, he was frustrated. So anyway, they end up finally getting done, and he like now they came out, they arguing because he like, oh, I'm not paying the full amount because it's not the girl on the pictures. They arguing over that. I'm like, oh my God. So Shai was like, you have to pay him. So I'm like, give me the bag. Give me the bag. So he's like, nobody getting money because she's not getting the amount. I'm paying her this amount. I think he was trying to knock like $20 off. So she like, no, I need my money. You came twice, didn't you? So she like, I need my money. You had a good time. So he's like, man, no, blah, 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 blah. He's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm gonna pay you whatever. And he was like, what's your number? Mind you, because I don't know how they was contacting each other. Is it on the, I don't know. I don't do that shit. So he's like, what's your number? So he took her number down. I'm like, he did all this shit just for him to want to be a regular with her. That's crazy. But anyway, we ended up leaving out the house, y'all. It's crazy because he told her he was gonna short her. She didn't actually count it. He just told her like, here, I'm gonna pay you this much. So then he was like, hold on. He went in his money. Why when we left, because she was dropping me off and Shai was like, oh, you gotta drop me back off with him, because I was like, oh, you could spend the night. Like, but then I thought about it, like, oh, you are with somebody. So not with somebody like I wanted to date her. Like, no, like she's spending a night at a room with her baby daddy. So she dropped her off. But why when we was dropping her off and some told her to count the money because we was gonna go to McDonald's. McDonald's. But it's just funny to say McDonald's because people were so mad over that McDonald's money. But anyway, so yeah, when we was going to McDonald's or whatever and she count the money, y'all tell me why he did short her like exactly like he said he did. But he hit her up and was like he wanted her to come back by tomorrow. And he was like, and then if he start being like a regular, he wanted a little discount. I'm like, so I told Brittany, I said, was this your first time? Because the way she was acting and got in the car all happy and shit, I'm like, Brittany, this clearly must have been your first time actually getting paid because you are being just too weird. And I'm like, you really don't be getting money. She's like, girl, watch when I'm really plugged in with them. Watch when I'm plugged in with them. You're gonna see you're a square. You don't know shit. And I'm just laughing. Like, I do not care. Like, a girl could call me a square all fucking day. I do not care. That shit do not bother me. But yeah, I'm dying laughing or whatever. But yeah, that man still shorted her. Did Brittany get her money? Not all of it. But yeah. that's it for that story time. That shit just reminded me of that because it was so funny, like on that fucking burnt mission with her. Like I literally it was another time where she picked me up and we were supposed to go do something and this bitch doing the same shit. Girl, I'm just about to go make me some money real quick. One time, why she gonna ask me like, can I use your photo? I said, bitch, please. Y'all, oh, two. Mind you, I don't know why she just didn't use her own pictures. She was just fucking weird. But I guess because she said that she knew people like her uncle or something that be on there. She didn't want them to see her. I don't know, something stupid. But yeah, why crazy baby mama had told him, because mind you, I told him I was just gonna be out and about with her. I didn't say where I was going. Why is she gonna tell him, oh, I seen your bitch at a hood day? Why is you always worried about what I'm doing? You doing the same things too. And he just, oh, you're so sneaky. I'm not sneaky because I mean I did post on Snap, but we didn't have each other there. But anyway, that's it for this story time. I love you guys so much. I had to go ahead and record, y'all. I was up, laying up watching Pop the Balloon. That shit had me in a chokehold. When I tell you, I was literally laying there. My sister was like, fucking turn that shit off and record. I'm like, Pop the Balloon. Y'all, but that's it for this story time. I love you guys so much and I'll see you on my next one.